Hi guys, my name is Grace, and this reading is about your soul, life purpose, um, what you're meant to do in this life, all those things. So I have four cards here: card number one, card number two, card number three, and card number four. And yeah, pick your card, and I'll put the timestamps below. So this reading will be for the people who choose this deck, card number one. So the chariot really represents your soul in this lifetime. So I feel with this agent of change here, you will implement change wherever you go. You should be on the front side of your life, controlling your life where you want to go. This is all about freedom. What I got from this card, this is all about travel also. In this lifetime, you meant to be traveling around. I don't know if you are doing that right now, but that's what I'm getting here. And it's very transformational. It's like you're a catalyst of change. Wherever you go, I'm getting like a five expression number or even a five life path. But it's like a Sagittarius energy. I'm not sure what the chariot card based on the signs, but I'm getting like a Sagittarian energy with this chariot card. You don't have to be a Sagittarius, but the energy is like that. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of growing and evolving. It took me a while to actually read the cards. I don't know if it's just me or it's the energy that I'm getting from you guys at watching this. It's like it might take you a while to really be able to do this. Maybe um I don't know. Mm, I'm getting like in the middle kind of your life. Maybe around 25 years old and upwards. I don't know why I'm getting like a certain age, but for some it's 40. I don't know why I'm giving ages, but that's what I'm getting with this. That's just a lot of movement. Um, I feel like it's more like migration or like country to countries. I'm also getting like this energy from you like because this agent of change, this first card is more like your soul purpose, what you meant to do here. Also getting like an activist. So if there is any cause that you want to support, maybe that's if you really feel called to do that. That's part of your. That's because that's part of your soul purpose. So really, the key word here is movement and change. I feel like you'll be able to succeed with anything that you put your heart and mind into. But you like changing. It's like you don't stay in one area. Maybe you don't really like the kind of jobs that are the same thing that's very like predictable. I feel like you will thrive in a kind of a career that is there's that is always changing, that is always like there's some element of unexpected So if you're currently in a career where it's very like it's always the same thing every day, um I mean it's stable, but for you it's probably not very fulfilling. It's what I'm getting here. You can create whatever you want. It's almost like the magician energy with here too. You can create whatever you want, what you put your heart and soul, your mind into. Now in the past life, because what I'm also getting here is with the chariot card is usually a man in the chariot, but with this particular deck, it's a woman. So maybe getting in touch with the feminine side of yourself, using your own intuition on where to focus your life, on where you will go, like the journey of your life that will really um, help you decide and make decision on where to go. But once you made a decision on where you want to go in your into your life, you will just um start moving. Maybe it's hard for you to make a decision sometimes when but for you to be able to make the decision, there must be balance. And with the feminine side of move how this card is depicted, it's with the femininity. So it's saying here that when you're moving forward, make sure you not like trample other people just to get ahead, because that's very important that I'm getting, the message that I'm getting. In the past, so this is your past card. I have here the Six of Cups in reverse. So I feel like I don't know if you believe in past lives. Some people believe in parallel universes, but in the past, or in maybe in your past lifetime, or in the past, it's you have been a slave, that kind of thing. Um, it's just that whatever life you've had, eh, I feel like you were not free at that life. You had to maybe you have a master. Like if you're a slave, you had to surrender to other people's will, and that's that in that way you were not able to live your life fully. You were always like supporting other people, and it's not balanced. um you're always giving and giving. You put other people before, maybe in this lifetime, like in the past, you've always put other people's needs before your own need, and maybe you still carry that. That's what I'm getting with the past. Now, this is the now card. So healer of wands in reverse, vibrational healing. I feel like you have a healer energy. That's why it keeps coming up, like sharing support. You've always want to share support to other people. And with this card here in the now, I feel like your your life now is not aligned, like very much aligned to your soul's purpose, because the Queen of Wands is someone that is confident, that someone that is a go-getter, like always. For me, she's someone that is fiery, have so much passion, follows her passion, have this like go 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 energy. So whatever she puts her mind into, she follows. She follows that passion. She, if she wants something, she will go and get it. She will not wait for, I'm just saying she, but it's because it's a more feminine thing. And like Queen of Wands have like really have intuition. For me, it's connected to spiritual, so it's all about intuition. Also with the cat, with the Queen of Wands. Um, so I feel like this part of yourself, the Queen of Wands, feminine energy is suppressed. So that's make you more likely not to. That's make you more likely in this life to to be like more of like skeptical. um but you've always had good curiosity with spiritual things like this tarot and esoterics, but astrology, all those things. But it's like when it comes to this kind of things, when it comes to your intuition, you always need like a proof. You always want like an evidence in terms of trusting your own intuition. Maybe you tend to make a decision and ask other people's advice. But the thing is, how um because this part of you is kind of suppressed. So with this, but the thing is, your sole purpose here is like for you to be able to implement the change. You're like the change maker, so you should be on the front seat of your life, like driving it. Okay, so I feel like you need also to clear your energy, because because you've always shared support to other people here in the past. I feel you might have absorbed some of the negativity. Maybe people have always come to you for support, for healing. Maybe just your presence, and yeah, so you're most probably prone with energetic vampires. But the thing is, you just have to be able to set boundaries with people. That's very important. And say enough is enough. That's what I'm hearing. So how are you gonna be able to align yourself and to this to your soul's purpose in this lifetime? So I have here the activation card, which is a teacher of swords in reverse, inquiring mind. It's not saying that you should suppress your inquiring mind, because you're this is a page of swords. You, I feel like you always want to like rationalize things. I'm getting like it could be also be a life pod 7, because life pod 7 are like that. They need to balance the, maybe that's what I'm getting here. You need to balance your logical mind with your intuition, and that's how you're gonna be able to um get ahead and be successful in your life. Maybe you need to whatever it is that you're passionate about, you need to do more research about those things. Don't be afraid to find out more. Maybe maybe if it's something spiritual, you are protected. So for some reason, I'm getting like a scientist feel with this, with the research, and also like could also be witchcraft. Um, I mean that's not gonna resonate with everyone, but basically just like alchemy. Maybe you need to take a course. Maybe you need to find a mentor. Um, take whatever resonates. Maybe you need to just research more. Maybe you need to do your own research, like through books, through watching like videos, educational videos, through whatever it is that you're passionate about, so that you're going to be able to get out of a life that is not serving you, and for you to be able to um, go towards a life that you want. Because I feel like the life that you want involves a lot of travel. The life that you want involves probably setting up your own business, like being your own boss, basically being in control. That's how you're going to be able to thrive, and with that comes trusting yourself. So that's also very important. I'm also getting that you should not um, look at other people's achievements and keep comparing yourself. That's not how you're gonna be able to thrive. If you tend to like stalk other people, like not really like stalk other people. It's like from social media, um, looking at other people's stuff, how they're doing. I mean, I feel like you just need to focus on your own um your own life, your own passions. Be so passionate about what you're doing in your life that you will not have like this inclination to um check out how other people are doing, because you don't have to compare yourself to everybody, because I feel like what you need to do in this lifetime, it's something different and it's something unique to you. So it's like something new, because there's a change here. Because if you keep comparing your work and your plans and your ideas to the people around you, I feel like that will dishearten you, and people will just project their own fears on you, like you shouldn't do that because that's not how things have always been. Like maybe people will tell you things have always been this way and things have always worked this way, and you should not change the status quo, like you should not implement any change, but you're the one that like your really true soul's purpose here is to implement change in this lifetime. So um, keep focusing on your work, even though at times you might need to like isolate yourself and then really go within. Do that because I feel like that will be healthy for you. So yeah, I'll get the final card for the people who picked this. Oh, actually, which one am I gonna use? Yeah, I'm just gonna use this one. Enchanted map. Final guidance advice. mountain in reverse, and it's a 6. So it's all about, for me, 6 here is all about balance. Okay. Mountains are like blocks and obstacles. So maybe currently in your life you're encountering some blocks and obstacles in your life, and that might feel, you may feel like you're lost. You don't know where you're going. So it's saying that, like, be with the mountain here. It's saying, like, be patient, be like the water, be like the river, and adapt. You have the capacity to flow around any obstacle that you're facing in your life, and it's a time to adapt. At this time of your life, the guidance for you is you should this is not the time to move forward, just at least for now. I know it's like contradicting with your true life's sole purpose here, like the movement, moving forward, the chariot, because you're encountering some sort of obstacle. For right now, the advice for you is to be patient, and when you when be patient for now, and you will find the doors will open. Okay? Because pushing forward right now in your life is not to your highest good. Don't if you don't push forward. If you have to push forward, I feel like that's not then it's not the right situation. It's not the right, if it's a career, if it's a love relationship. If you keep on pushing forward and you keep making all the efforts, then that's not really the right career or relationship for you, at least for now. Be patient, because you have a tendency to be drained and exceed your limit, and you will get hurt. It's just saying here, you'll get hurt if you keep doing that. I mean, it's your choice, but it's saying here, rather than stubbornly pushing against a brick wall, you should remain to open to other possibilities. Maybe if you be patient for now and go within, you will find a new door that will open, or you will notice, like, you can, like, a new pathway. You're still gonna get to where you want to go to, but if you're open to other possibilities, you'll see that the path that you're in right now is blocked for a reason. So be patient, okay? That's the reading for the people who picked this card. I hope this resonated. Take whatever resonates. So and for the people who picked this card deck number 2, this is your soul reading. So we have here the Judgment card as your main card for this soul reading. I feel you're the first word that I got from this is you're a giver. You meant to give your knowledge to the world, and you meant to do something big in this life. In this life, you're not meant to play it small. Okay? I feel like in order to avoid obstacles, and because in the past year I have the 6 of Swords, maybe in order to avoid obstacle. It could be in your past life or in just in this lifetime in the past. In order to avoid obstacle, you tend to um, in order to avoid conflict. Why am I saying in order to avoid obstacle? So maybe you want to avoid obstacles. In order to avoid like the conflict, you just don't express what you need to express. But it's saying here you need to express, you need to get out of that hermit mode, your hermit cave, and express the knowledge and wisdom that you have. Because you are ready and the world is ready for that. You're depriving your the world with your light. You need to like shine your light. That's really what it's saying here. You meant to do something bigger than yourself, and you meant to help a lot of people, and that will really fulfill you. Maybe maybe it's an organization. I'm hearing like charity. Maybe you're charitable. Um, for some reason, I'm getting like you might have had a past life being in a war. And I'm getting goosebumps. So I'm saying that maybe like World War I, World War II. Um, for some reason I just got that. I don't know if that will resonate with you. Um, I'm thinking what's the relevance of that? You meant to be like the leader, to take action. Take action on your thoughts. That's what you need to do. Because you're receiving those thoughts and your guidance. You're the only one that's getting that thoughts and that guidance because you're the one that's meant to do that certain thing, not other people. If that makes sense. You're not meant to be a follower in this lifetime. So, yeah, that's what happened in the past. Um, I'm not sure if you've moved or you're afraid of moving. It's basically one of two things. It's either you have moved, you had to move, or you're so afraid to move away from your comfort zone. That's what I'm getting with this past card here. Okay, I feel like you always want to protect your loved ones. That's what also I'm getting. For right now, with the Two of Cups here, well, this is a soulmate card. So I don't know if you've found your soulmate or you're on a quest of finding your soulmate. Maybe in I feel like Two of Cups is also connected to this Kundalini awakening. If you know about that, or maybe you need to research more about that. Because I feel like that will awaken you to the path. Maybe meeting your soulmate, or you've met your soulmate. So if that resonates with you, you met your soulmate. I feel that meeting, whether you stayed with them or not, have caused you to awaken to something more, and have caused this awakening within you, and have caused you to um, be on your path where you were meant to be. Okay. But the thing is that what you're meant to do here, you're meant to share your knowledge, you're meant to do something big in this life. And I feel it's most likely a soulmate for most of you. But if not, it's a balance of a feminine and masculine within you. Maybe you're seeking to find that balance within you. Or you're just on a quest of finding love, finding that the one. For some of you, that's the thing. I feel like a lot for right now in your life, that's like the main focus. Or if you've already met them, it's just you're growing and you're awakening because if you felt you find someone that you felt connected to, it's like they're serving as a mirror to you on where do you need to grow within your soul. Now, so really, if you haven't found them, you most likely will find them because you found this reading. So pay attention to the people that you feel comfortable with. It could be a friend, it doesn't have to be romantic, but pay attention to the people that you feel comfortable with, the people that you feel like it's like when you meet new people. Maybe it doesn't have to be new people, but I feel like it's new people for some of you. So if you haven't met them, this soulmate, um pay attention to the people that will come into your life that will feel like home, like you feel comfort, that you feel like you've always known them. And then Nine of Cups here, this is the activation card. This is what you need to do to be able to align yourself to your soul's path. So needing your okay, what I'm getting here is wishes. This is a wish fulfillment card, so you need to be able to make your needs met first for you to be able to be comfortable enough to share into the world your knowledge, your time. So I feel like you need to be able to be in solitude and really um, assess and reflect on the things that you have now and the things that will really fulfill you, and follow that. Or what else? Because you've got a lot of wisdom. That's what I'm getting here. I feel like maybe you're in maybe I'm also getting like you, for some of you, you're already like successful, and in terms of maybe material gains, you've like accomplished something already, and maybe you're um finding out, you want to find something more in your life, you want more purpose, and you want to feel more fulfillment. Maybe you've had all those gains in your life, you feel wealthy enough, and you feel this is for some of you, and maybe you're trying to find more meaning in your life. And I feel like that what will give more meaning in your life is by sharing what you know, sharing your knowledge. um Whatever platform you need to, I mean, like YouTube, you can do that. Look into your wounds, look into, if you're trying to you're finding it hard, what kind of knowledge and wisdom that you need to share. Look into your talents. You don't have to be expert on something. You just have to be, you will always have an audience. You just have to be better than most people. Okay? You just have to be better than most people. And it's also, what I'm getting is, look into your wounds. Look at the things that the struggles that have accomplished, the wounds that you have healed. And if it's like, for example, establishing boundaries with people, if that's something that you've already healed within yourself, then that's something that you can help other people to do. Whatever it is, that you skill, the talent that you have, whether it's like a physical talent or something like that, you need to put yourself out there. That's the key thing here that also I'm getting. You need to put yourself out there. um you need to lead. So I'll get more cards here on what else is the guidance for you. Because you've got a lot to share. Listening. So I'm also feel compelled to tell you, you probably a very creative person, and you probably like art. So art in any form, could be music because we got the notes in this card here. But it's saying listening, so it's basically listening to the signs and the guidance that you're getting, listening to your intuition, because you're be receptive to the signs. It's saying that, like, once you listen to the signs, you need to take action, because there's no point in just knowing the knowledge and having all those wisdom and knowledge if you're not gonna take action if on it. So listen to the signs and your intuition. This I'm gonna read this card too. What else does this say? I feel like it will make you really successful. If you're not successful yet, if you don't feel successful yet, it will really make you successful if you really listen to your own intuition and listen to the signs that you're getting. You'll be able to find a balance in your life. So, an open heart will hear the message. Okay, exactly. This is what I'm talking about. You're being reminded that there is a time to speak, and there is a time to be silent. Now is the time to speak out. At the same time, is also the guidance also is not just like speak out, but at the same time make sure like what you're talking about is like you feel guided. I don't know if I'm making sense. Like, listen with your heart and you will know what to do. Okay? If you listen, you will find clarity. Listening card is a fortunate sign and ensures a greater understanding of your circumstances. So where you currently at in your life right now, be open to receiving, be open to listening to the guidance that you're getting, and you'll be able to understand where you're currently at in your life right now. You'll be able to make sense, okay, eventually in the situation that you're in. Pay attention not only to what is being spoken, but also to what is not being said at the moment, for the deeper message is not always obvious. So yeah, that's the message for you. And thank you so much for watching. I hope this resonated. And I'm sending you. So for the people who picked this card deck number 3, this is the reading for you. Look into your soul. You for these people, yeah, for you people who picked this deck, I feel you're a very dreamy kind of person, and you might probably be a water sign. I'm getting like maybe like a Pisces vibe in this card, um, but you don't have to be. What I'm getting here is that you have like rose-colored glasses when it comes to looking at life, but you have like so much ideas, but you need to those ideas you need to be able to balance your dreamy life, your spiritual life, because I feel like you always want to just live life. Maybe you like sleeping, you like dreaming a lot, you like traveling like to 5D, to astral travel, those kind of things. Maybe you always, maybe you just tend to always like daydream. You have so much ideas, but the thing is you need to learn to be able to balance the physical, the 3D world with your 5D, the spiritual life. You need to balance those two things. That's what I'm getting here. And you need to be able, if you're able to do that, to ground your ideas into the physical, then that's how you're going to be able to get the rewards. That's how you're going to be able, you need to like, don't just have the ideas, you need to be able to take action on them too. That's very important, to take action on your ideas. You don't have to do it drastically. You just have to be able, I know you don't like it, and I don't like it too. If I feel like I feel uncomfortable reading these cards because I feel like it also pertains to me. It's um like how I'm going through. I'd like to just not do like the boring tasks of organizing, planning, scheduling things, but you need to be able to learn to do that, to have like a journal and finally like plan and do things. Like if you have like bigger ideas, you just have to list the bigger ideas, and then you have to break it into small doable um things, small doable things. um Organize them, small doable tasks. Like for example, you really want to do something, you always, I feel like for you, you're like a dreamer, you've always want to do something, but you're probably putting it off. um it, if you're always putting it off, it's like two things. You might have just gave up already, or you're not just it's not the right thing that you need to do. You're not just passionate enough to do it, because if you really have a passion on something, you will really do something to do it. It doesn't matter, like, if you have a family now, or maybe you have to take care of your kids. For some of you that could be the case. Like, whatever it is, like, you have a job, you have like a 9 to 5 job. It's not an excuse, because, for example, if you have like a family, um I have this, like, one example. Maybe she wanted to write a book, but she have like a family to take care of, but she still wants to do her dream. So she gets up every morning, um really early, to just have an hour every morning writing at least a page for that book that she wants to write. And maybe that's what you need to do in your life. That's what I'm getting. I know this is a soul reading, but that's really what I'm getting for you. You need to be able to ground your ideas in in the physical, and take action on them. And maybe you find life hard because it's not perfect, and some things doesn't go your way. Maybe you've already planned it and you've already imagined it. Like, for example, you go to a trip and you've already planned and imagined what will happen, and you're feeling optimistic about it, but then something unexpected happens and the car broke down or something like that. I feel like you need to be able to adapt to the changes. And I feel like for most of you, you're like you're a giver. So you need to be able to balance yourself for you to be able to give. You need to be able to fill your own cup first. That's also very important in this lifetime. Not to just give and be drained. Okay? You cannot fill another person's cup if your cup's not filled first. There's a focus on the self. Now for the past card here, I have the Page of Swords. So with this card, I feel like you tend to, in the past, maybe in the past lifetime or in this lifetime, you tend to overthink things. You tend to overthink, and that gives you like anxiety, and it's almost like I'm hearing like paranoia. Like, when you overthink things, you just think. Maybe when you like daydream, when you dream of things, when you plan things, you've always you've just planned it in your head, thinking of the best case scenario, thinking of the worst case scenario, maybe more on the worst case scenario, and that makes you more likely not to do things, because you now develop a fear because you have overthink of that something. You've already thought of everything that would go wrong. Your thoughts are very powerful. So whatever you put your focus into, that will what will happen into your life. So um I'm just I just feel guided to remind you that. Now for right now, I'm still getting something from this Page of Swords in reverse. For some reason, I'm getting like you're not meant to do something that is you're not meant to have like a normal job, if that makes sense. You're not meant to have like how people normally do things. Get a degree, get a job, pay the bills. Those and then and then die. I mean, I feel like you're not meant to live a life like that. I'm getting like you've stopped for some of you. You feel like you want to stop school, or you've stopped school because you're very dreamy and you're very creative, and it's like being in school is like being in prison. So you might have or like rebelled in the past. I feel like also you're very because I'm hearing like social action. You're very concerned with how things are right now in the world, and how things are not going, like maybe for some of you you imagine like a utopian society where people are giving to each other, and basically you've imagined like this beautiful world, and maybe you're very, because I'm getting here like you don't like injustice, like in terms of like political, social, because I'm hearing like social action. So for some of you that might be the case now, because we have a justice card also. So for right now, um maybe you're in part of your life that you feel you you feel imbalanced, but what I'm getting here is that you just need to keep going, because I feel like you're going through a karmic cycle in your life that you need to um finish. I feel like you really value fairness, but I feel like you need to embody fairness for you to be able to um, achieve fairness in your life, in your environment, if that makes sense. So you need to embody fairness by living in integrity, which means that you need to live an authentic life, which means living an authentic life is following your own path, paving your own path, and following your dreams, taking action on your dreams. So, expressing yourself. Okay, so there's something about being authentic and authenticity that needs to happen into your life, living with integrity and honesty. That's how you're going to be able to thrive and regain that balance back into your life. If you're feeling like you're struggling right now, that's only temporary. Everything is temporary. Everything is changing. I feel like you need to learn in this life also to adapt to the changes and accept the changes that's happening. Because maybe I feel like for most of you, you find it hard to accept like the changes. That's one thing that you need to learn in this lifetime. Um, Now this Seven of Pentacles card is how you're gonna be. This is the activation card, so this is how you're gonna be able to align your life now to your soul's purpose. It's saying here with the Seven of Pentacles that you need to learn to be patient and wait. When you've already took action and plant the seeds, because what I'm getting here is when you've already took action and plant the seeds, you don't need to keep checking. Like you know when you planted a plant, yeah, like you don't have to keep digging every day to see if the seed already grown, because you're gonna ruin it. You're gonna ruin the plant's growth and the plant might die. So in terms of a project that you're doing, I feel like what one thing that you need to learn also is that maybe you like instant gratification. That's the word that I'm getting here, like instant gratification. That's why you need to be patient also and wait. You need to be able to learn that, because you can't just pick the fruit when it's unripe, because you're not gonna be satisfied by that. Um, Maybe it's also about getting to the feminine side of yourself, because for some of you, maybe you had okay, I'm getting different messages here. So what I'm something about being a mother. So maybe you meant to be a mother yourself, or something about being a mother. Maybe that's challenging for you if you're already a mother, or you feel like quite aloof to that idea of being a mother. So for some of you, maybe you've had like mother issues, and that is causing you to not be able to express your emotions. For some of you, that's a problem, being able to express your emotion, because it's connected to your how your mother have nurtured you. I mean, we're not gonna blame your mother in that, but now that you know this, now that you're a mature person, now that you've grown, you can now do something about this pattern, about this whatever this is. Because I feel like it's connected to your mother also. If you're like not a mother yourself, and I mean, because I'm also hearing like for some of you, you meant to be like in a committed relationship and have like a family. That's also what I'm getting. So I'm just putting that out there. Even though I feel like the ideas is not flowing, it might make sense to you, it doesn't make sense to me. Maybe it's just getting in touch with the feminine side of you. I mean, if you're a man and you're not, um, you can't be a mother then. I mean, you can if you want to. Because I'm also getting like adopt. Oh my gosh, it's like all over the place. Maybe you meant to adopt. I don't know, or maybe you are adopted yourself. So that's only for a specific person. That's not gonna resonate for most of you. Let's see the guidance. The guidance for you. What's the guidance for the people that pick this deck? Okay, so we're talking about that planting the seed. Now we have here the gentle gardener. Be the gentle gardener. Told you, be gentle. The seeds that you're planting. Hmm. I feel like this is like a Three of Cups card to me. Um, Maybe it will the guidance for you right now in your life is that you'll be able to you need to get out of your house more and spend time with people, maybe be in partnership with people. It could be business ideas, and also just maybe have fun more, take a light-hearted approach in your life, and also have implement like have like this playfulness, maybe for you to be able to find that passion again. Maybe you've lost that passion for some reason because you've always been doing the same thing over and over and over again. Like you maybe it's like you're working and you're working just to survive, and you've lost that passion. You need to try new things and get out of your comfort zone, and let's try new things. um do things with your friends. For some of you, you just need to rest and have more fun. Get out of the house. If you've been in your house for too long, that's what will really help you. Now I'm gonna be this gentle gardener. Be your own person and be a conscious co-creator. So, I mean, be conscious about, be a conscious creator of your life, not just like doing things because you have to do it. That's when the fun goes away, when you have to do something instead of doing something because you enjoy it. That's not a very fulfilling life. Okay. Okay, so there's something about the lack also, so I'm just gonna read it to you because this gentle gardener came out in reverse. So it's saying here, do you harbor resentments? Maybe resentments about what happened to you in the past. Okay? Or just resentments in general. Do you harbor resentments? How often do you reinforce negativity by affirming lack and limitation? Maybe you've just settled. Okay? You've Settling is like giving up. Okay? Um Maybe you feel like this is just how my life is going to be, and that's it. That's what I can achieve. You've already set a limit to yourself. Every time you send out a desire for something but secretly harbor a belief that you're undeserving of it, okay? You plant weeds in the field of your dreams. So something about deservingness and your own self-worth. When the gentle gardener appears in the reverse position, she reminds you to be aware of any negative thoughts or selfish motives. She encourages you to step back and pay close attention to what thought seeds you send out into the world. Weeds choke the life out of your beautiful garden. For the people here, if there's one thing that you can do right now that will really mm, um, do something into your life, that will really improve your life, it's all about forgiveness. Forgiving other people, and most importantly, forgiving yourself. For if you have been like in, for example, abusive relationship, something like that. Um, Forgive yourself for not for putting up with that, and forgive the other person also, and that will free you. Because if you don't forgive, it's just like you're taking a poison, and it slowly kills you on the inside. It will free you. So yeah. Yeah, I feel like whatever has happened has made you not trust other people, and in that you don't express your emotions, but you need to be able to express it. So yeah, that's your reading. Thank you so much. So guys, this will be the reading for the people who picked this card deck number 4. So okay, this Ace of Swords card is your soul purpose, what you meant to do in this lifetime. I feel like for your soul purpose here in this lifetime, you're just meant to be able to live your truth, be able to live in integrity, and sometimes that can be the hardest thing to do. But that's what you need to learn in this lifetime, to be fair and be just, and for you to be able to actually express your truth, living your truth, express. Maybe you have for this, I feel like for you what's challenging is, because for us, like whatever you meant to do in this lifetime, that could be the thing that's challenging for you. So maybe you have a challenge in like speaking your truth, is speaking what it is that you like. Sometimes I feel like your actions may not be aligned to your truth, like what you say might not be aligned to your actions, something like that. So you're doing something, you might be doing something even though you don't like to do that, but you do it anyway. um you need to speak out, and you need to be able to set proper boundaries and learn to say to no. People will respect you more for that. That's hard for me too, personally. And then I learned that, because you feel like, I feel like you have a tendency to like please people, like be a people pleaser. And I myself has struggled with that also. Like if you will find that if you learn to say no, people will value your time more, and people will value your what you say, and people will value you more as a person. You'll gain the respect. Like especially obviously if you really genuinely want to say no, and maybe you find it hard to also um, express your thoughts and your ideas, to be able to communicate it. Maybe that's also challenging for you. I feel like you've lived like a challenging life for the people here, in terms of you've learned to, like right now, you've learned to, like right now what you're doing, you learn to live your life on your own, and you feel like you have to work for things, for everything that you want in your life. You have to work for it. I feel like you've learned that, and you've learned to do things on your own because you feel like people will not give it to you. You've learned to work hard for yourself, work hard for the things that you want in your life. I mean, that can be a good thing, but also maybe you don't want to rely and ask help from other people. Like if you want something, you want to go, you will get it for yourself and not ask for anyone for help. Very like self-reliant. With the four of this is the past card. So with the four of pentacles here, this is about holding on to your stability and comfort. But then something happened in your life that changes everything. Very transformational. For some of you, it could be like people have abandoned you, people have rejected you, or like maybe someone had passed in your life, and that's put so much trauma. You feel like you have a tendency to hold on in the past, you have a tendency to hold on to security and hold on to your old beliefs even though it's not working anymore, and then a change has happened. I feel like it's also lack mentality with this four of pentacles here in reverse. But something in your change happened in your life, very transformational, and now it's you're left on your own. For some reason, the Seven of Pentacles here is like gaining rewards. Or maybe you're gaining the rewards now for the effort that you've done, because you've done a lot of efforts and you've put a lot of hard work on everything that you have. And then I'm also getting here with the Seven of Pentacles here that you're focused on your work and your career for right now. Focus on accomplishing things, focus on maybe like getting high up the ladder. For some of you, that could be like promotions. That's what I'm getting. And for some of you, you're focused on work because you don't want to, maybe you're avoiding to think of something. You're like kind of like a workaholic because you just want to keep working because you want to forget other things. You like suppressing thoughts and emotions. Maybe because of something that happened in the past. Well, the most here is the Five of Pentacles. So you might be an earth sign, you don't have to be, because it's all pentacles here. Yeah, we have here the four and then we have here the five, both in reverse. So what will really, this is the activation card, what will help you be aligned, what will help you align yourself to this soul purpose here is the Five of Pentacles here in reverse, which means being able to release this abandonment issue that you have, this lack mentality, this feeling of like isolation or isolating yourself. Feeling of not being good enough, not having feeling of not having enough. That's also what I'm hearing. Because you feel like you're in the dark. I feel like you tend to just run away and abandon people because you don't want to like you don't want them to abandon you first and get hurt, so you tend to like run away and abandon them instead, and run away abandon them first. So yeah, something about rejection also. You have a fear of being alone, like on your own. I feel like you might tend to spend time with people, but it's all only like superficial. It could be fake. But just to have someone, just to have someone, just for the sake of having someone. But I feel like it's time to move away from that now. It's time to be able to live your truth. Be honest with yourself. Start by being honest with yourself. The most important thing in life is that you're honest with yourself. Because if you're not honest with yourself, you will always live a life that it feels like you're in the dark and you're like in this downward spiral. So now I'm gonna get more guidance for you for right now on whatever it is that you're going through in your life. Hmm. Unexpected visitors in reverse. For some reason, I'm getting like unexpected visitors. Like it could be spirits, ancestors, like trying to work with you and connect with you. So that might resonate with you, or that might not. Um, you have work to do. You have to be able to open your heart. Maybe you've closed up your heart for so long. That's what I'm getting intuitively. And okay, if you expect the unexpected, you're gonna be able to be prepared for miracles. There's a thing here. So it's saying here, I feel like you need to be able to accept now, accept what is, accept what has happened in the past for you to be able to move forward. Unpleasant news is only unpleasant when you resist accepting what is. Sometimes the thing most desired is kept away from you because it's not for the highest good of you or others. Sometimes there is a loss or disappointment due to a destiny whose pattern can't be understood yet. Okay? So whatever this is that you've lost, people, situation, job, whatever it is that you've lost, there's a reason for that. And it's something that you might not understand yet at this point right now in your life. Change is something that may be forced upon you, like what happened with this. like bad weather that threatens a boat. Adapt to the shift in conditions, adapt to the changes that happen in your life, and accept what is, because a more fulfilling path will soon be revealed when you surrender. If you expect the unexpected, nothing can come as a shock. So, yeah, that's the reading for you. I feel like I've said everything already. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'm sending you love and light.